Good day, everyone. We are going to be starting from where we stopped in the last class, on the second category of the tool. Double click on that and bring in an image. Now click on Lucas, then open. And always remember to unlock your layer when you bring in any image. And we can begin to do our work. Then we have a magnifier. We call it zoom tool. You can use it to activate the shortcuts. Then zoom in so that you can have a bigger image, as we'll be able to see all the edges of the image clearer and see the image is so quality. But before we begin properly from the second category of these tools, there was a mistake I want us to correct last class. There is a eyedropper tool. The eyedropper tool can be used to select a color from anything. It can be from image, it can be from an object, shapes. You click on the color and you see the color will change from this point at the color pan right there. It will change. So you see it changing as I click on any of these colors, it changes. Then in a situation whereby a design is given to you to do exactly like that and you don't know the color by the name, then you can just use the other part to select the color, bring it in, select the color. You see I have my square using my rectangle tool to do that. By default it has a color. And the truth is this application is a raster application. Photoshop is a raster application. I will have to rasterize this layer, the rectangle, so that I'll be able to apply my color to it using my paint bucket tool. I can change my color from somewhere else, but that's what I prefer to use now. So using my eyedropper tool, you see I use my paint bucket to apply the color to it now. So it's no more than that. That is how your eyedropper tool works. Last class I mistaken it as in for red eye tool, which we're still going to be dealing with today. Now the second category of the tools we have right here, the first one is the spot healing brush tool. The spot healing brush tool can be used to remove spots on images. Like if a photographer snap a picture of someone with a lot of pimple spots, that spots healing brush tool can be used to correct it. Just click on the spots and automatically you see it will remove, as I am doing it now. It's not more than that. That is how it works. Then we have another tool right there. They can be used to do the same thing exactly, but in a different way. That is called healing brush tool. Healing brush tool. The healing brush tool is just like in medicals, where you cut out a particular clean skin and use it on the bad one. So you can pick an area that is very clean by using your Alt and click. The Alt and click, then you be able to cut out that area. Then the skin cuts can be used to cover the bad area on the skin, and you see it will cover it perfectly, and that's a good one. That's a good one. I will undo all of this and go back to the category. Pick the next tool right there called patch tool. The patch tool works similarly as well. If you have an area, you can cut out the bad area, take it to a good area of the skin, and the good area will automatically replace the bad area by the time you drop it. You see that is what has happened right there. Then you can Control D to deselect that dancing selection. So, and you see that hair right there, the mustache, I can remove it and replace it with a clean skin, and it will look as if there is no hair there. It will look as if there is no hair there. So select that area, then bring it to the clean area, then release it. Control D to deselect that. You see it's very clean, as if I have done shaving for this guy. So that's that. And at the same time, I can bring in more hair. I will just cut that part and take it back. Then I have content aware move tool. The content aware move tool can be used as in to cut out an area completely. When I cut out that area and take it out, it will come out so clean like I am shaving as well. That's one possible thing you can achieve with that content aware. So click and drag it out. You see, drag it out to that place and see what we have. So clean. I've done shaving, a proper shaving for this guy now. I can delete it. Now you note it will delete that area you put it on. You'll be having something like transparent. So if you're going to be using it, you make sure that part is not really useful. So I've undone it and I have the patch tool again. Now I'm checking something for you. Now you see when I make selection right there, now I can, like I told you earlier, I can bring more hair to that place. All of this thing depends on your creativity. Once you know what the tools does, you will be able to like use it as in to achieve different goal, to achieve different aim. So you see I've added more hair to that place using that guy called patch 2. So that's that. Then we have another tool right there called red eye tool. That red eye tool can be used to remove a red eye. What is a red eye? A red eye is just like is when you snap a picture at night and flash came into the eye. You see, the picture will look funny. It won't give you as in a proper eye, and you see you can use the to red eye tool rather to correct it. So that is what it does basically. And now we have another tool right there called brush tool. I will show you how brush tool can work. I will have to bring in another layer. Uh, I won't be using it directly on this image. Now go to file, create a new layer and click OK. Double click on it to unlock your layer. Then now you can change the color. I'm changing the color to black using my paint bucket tool. I change my color right here. Click on it. I have a pure black layer now. Now go back to my brush tool. My brush tool, you see the brush tool is so small in size. I have a particular size there. I can increase the size from that slider using the slider, or rather I can just input a value into the column. Say it's big enough. You see you have different sizes right there: hard round, pressure size, and this hard round. Then you have others right there: the soft round, pressure, opacity. I'm picking this and I give it a color of yellow. Then I drop it. You see what I have. I am going back to here. I will check the soft round pressure, then increase the size a bit bigger than the previous for uh, the hard round pressure opacity. Now I will apply it directly on it. You see I'm going to be having something really cool. You see, just like a sun setting, like a sunset. Yeah, that is that. And we have some other brush right there, and I expand it so I can see as many that you have right in that location. You can download brushes. That's a possibility. You can download more brushes, and the more brushes you have, then the more better you can do working with brush. So say I want something like a star. You see all those tiny ones, the star. the star, and I change the color to white. Star are usually white. It's a big. Change the size to something smaller a little. Yes, I have something smaller than the previous now. I'm still reducing it. Yeah, so smaller now. Say like a star from in a dark sky. Night you have a lot of it. So that's it for you. And there are other brushes in that location that we're going to be checking as well. Go back to it and you see you have some others. There's a grass, and I change the color to green. The grass. See, just click and hold and you drag it to spread it all over the area. You can reduce the size if you want to. Then I pick the second one that looks so close to it. I'm reducing the size so I can use it to complement what I already have right there. That looks more like a spear grass. So I have something like a leaf there as well. Drag and hold and click and hold, then you drag it all over the area you want to apply. Ctrl Z to get rid of it. Then I'm using something else now. This is like a leaf as well. Dropping it on the environment. You see what we have? We have something like a small bush right there. So that is that with your brush tool. That is that with your brush tool. Then we have the next tool right there. Pencil tool. Just like in your Corel Draw, just like in your Corel Draw, you have something like a pencil right there as well that you can use to do your drawing, just like your freehand tool in Corel Draw. So this time around it is pencil tool. You can increase the size. You see, it's so tiny. That's when you have it on 1%. You can increase it 1 pixel rather. You can increase the size. You see how thick? You see how thick what you have is. So that is how to deal with it. And you see you have some other options for the type of brush you can use as in for your pencil as well. So it all depends on what you want your design to look like. See, all of these, your creativity will actually prompt you into what you need to use. By the time we begin to do proper design, then you you're going to be enlightened more. You see, I have some other options on the options bar, like the opacity is in 100%. I will reduce the opacity. Now there's something like 1314. You see, it's not so clear again. It's still on that green. I increase it. Again, you see the difference. So that's that with a pencil tool. Then I have another tool right there called color replacement tool. The color replacement tool can be used to replace a color in a particular place. You can replace a color in a selection with another color entirely. Then I'll bring in an image, different image to demonstrate this now. I'll go look for a very clean image, a quality image. Yes, I'm going to be using Rita Hora for that now. Drag it and take it to the top right there, plus copy, you drop it. It drops right beside Lucas. Then double click to unlock the layer. And now, you say color replacement. So you can use it directly no doubt it will see we're already on green. If you apply heat, it will give that area green color. But it's always better when you make selection so that you won't go out of your selection. If you didn't make selection, there is every possibility you are going to be messing the environment of your selection up. So I'm using my pen tool now to make selection. You see, gradually we are jumping from one category to the other, as in it's not bad now. Okay, we are still going to be checking those tools. So you say you make your selection, you click and hold, you drag so that you can have your curve, a perfect curve along your part. You see that handle is what you use to control it. Then you hold your Alt to delete the handle, the longer handle, so that you can go along your paths different, as in perfectly. See how to pick them so close to the other right there because of the curve I have on the lips. So I will make sure I go back to the starting point to close it up. That's the origin. This pen tool can allow you to select multiple things at the same time. You can select multiple selection at the same time. You see, I've selected the lower lip. Now I want to select the upper lip. If it happens to be your normal selection tool, like your lasso tool, your magnetic lasso tool, polygonal lasso tool, you cannot select more than one, as in easily like that. If you will have to do that, you have to find a different way of getting it done. Or remove the handle, the opposite handle, using holding your Alt. Then you click at the midpoint of the handles to get rid of one. Then you can, if you miss your part, you can always press a backspace to go back. Then don't press backspace further. You have to click on the last point to activate it. See, I've been able to select two perfectly. Right click on it, then you make selection. Then don't alter anything right there. Then click OK. You see what we have. We have that selection perfectly. Now I'll go back to my color replacement tool. My color replacement tool. Now I can use my Alt. When I hold down my Alt, I will have my eyedropper tool coming out. When I am on color replacement tool, then I can select any color. You see, the color has changed, and you can increase the size of the color replacement tool. Then you apply it to the lips. You see, the lips is changing color to the current selection for the eyedropper tool. You see what we have? Control D to deselect, so I'll see it's going to be really clean and well blended. Yeah, that's fine. That's really fine. Really, we are doing makeup. I will reverse this and use another color. So makeup artists as well can make use of things like this to do their work. You say I am using something like a gold lipstick for her. And you see it's well blended, and it's really fine. Really fine. The eyebrow, I can change the color as well. And you see the eyelashes as well, changing the colors little, as in just like blend it with the makeup we are doing. And it's really fine. It's really fine. And that was one strength in Photoshop. You can do any crazy thing. And they honor the picture of like, really? Did I actually use this? So it's really a good one. So that's that way your color replacement to your creativity can as well make you do more. Then we have mixer brush tool. That's the next tool right there. The mixer brush tool can be used to like clean up spots or make an area smooth. To be smooth, if you have a rough surface, you can smoothen it better. You see the mixer. You see that small part? I've cleaned that place up. That spot right there. What you see, it was done kind of wrongly. I have an extension coming through the hair. Now the forehead. You see, if you apply it moderately, you're going to be having something really cool. Now I'm not applying it moderately. That is I'm having, what I'm having right now. So by the time we get into our proper design, you will get to know how it works better. We're just like test running, checking how those tools can be used. That's what we're doing basically, and that's in that section. That's the second uh category in that section of category. See, like I told you earlier, any of those tools you see with a triangle at the base, then it means you have some other tools inside of that location. So you see all those tools in that location, we've been able to deal with them, and some others we're going to be checking as well. Like we have our clone, and we have history brush and the like. So next video we're going to be checking them further. Thank you.